Thank you. I am Robin. Open your eyes again. I'm a fundraiser. Why should you listen to me? I have worked as a fundraiser in the arts for 5 years. 4 of those at Circa Media. So I know a bit about fundraising for circus, which I think some of you do. More lately, I have started running a theatre in Somerset. So I'm finding out about running a theatre. That's fun. On the top left-hand corner of your sheets, it should say Arts Council England. If it doesn't, you've got it upside down. Please make it say Arts Council England in the top left-hand corner. So, forgive me for using my phone to do this. I didn't bring enough sheets. What we're going to talk about is the whole of fundraising in 57 minutes. I apologize, there is more to it than this next 57 minutes. We have also got a Q&A. Write stuff on that sheet, that's why it's a sheet, not a PowerPoint, as we go. At the bottom of that first page is a table with actions written on it. I suggest you keep your action plan going as we go. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that by this point with this person, whatever. That will become clear as we go. Fundraising. So, I know you've been talking a lot today and tomorrow and the next couple of days about your commercial offering, the shows that you do to pay the rent, the work that you make to pay your mortgage, whatever it might be. I want to talk about the work that the Arts Council wants to see, which might at sometimes be the same thing, and it might perhaps more often be something different. I make no value judgment. You don't need to be applying to the Arts Council for any of this to be relevant, but the assumption is that it will be Arts Council fundable, and everything else flows from that. Arts Council England. Who's heard of Arts Council England? Great. Arts Council England is the main funding body for arts in England. It funds everything from Circa Media to the National Gallery to independent artists and companies like yours. The Arts Council England funds things against 5 concepts that are on that top left there. Number 1 is about excellence, ambition, talent, skill, you doing the best version of your job that you can. That's what the Arts Council want to see when they say excellence. The second one is about audience. It's about doing your work for as diverse a group of people as possible, about taking your theatre audience and showing them circus for the first time, taking your dance audience and showing them circus for the first time, or whatever it might be. The third one, resilience. This is about the arts being secure for the future. It's not just now that we do what we do, it's always that we do what we do. And that in 10 years' time, you'll have used all the skills that you've got somewhere like this, and you'll still be doing what you do. It's also about the environment and about having a planet to do this stuff on. The fourth one is broad. It's very, very topical at the moment, the diversity agenda. I recommend something that's not on your sheet, scribble down #CreativeCase if you haven't already. Now, if you're applying to the Arts Council, if you can make the #CreativeCase, you earn a point, and points mean prizes. And finally, children and young people, they are the future of what we do. If we expose them to arts and culture now, the audiences of the future will be that much more clued up and that much more ambitious and excited about what we have to offer. That's the Arts Council. That's the starting point. The reason I'm not going to go and do an hour's worth of project grants for you, which is probably the first place, those who put their hands up, that's probably where you'll go, project grants, is because there is so much written about those, it would be a waste of all our time for me to stand here and read it out for you. So do go and look that up, though. Okay, we've got the Arts Council. We know that we want to start making applications, asking people for money in a non-commercial sense for work that we want to make that would not otherwise be profitable. Probably. It's riskier. It needs subsidizing in some way. You might use that, you might, instead of Arts Council, see, okay, I'll do that big corporate gig in Qatar or whatever and come back and use the £2,000 that I got from that to invest in the passion project. But we're talking about the passion project. Where does that passion project come from? So it might just be something that you want to make. It might just be a group of collaborators that you really want to work with, and you've got an idea and it's spinning out and it's becoming something really quite exciting for you. What I'm suggesting, what I'm proposing now, is that actually where that should come from is your vision. As an artist, the change that you want to see in the world. If you were put in charge, what is the future state that we would all be in? Now, that might be, let's say Oxfam. Oxfam have as their vision a future with a just world without poverty. The Samaritans' vision is to have fewer people die by suicide. In our sector, the Royal Exchange in Manchester, fantastic venue, they believe theatre is for everyone and they are passionate about proving it. Okay, well, how does this apply to acts? How does this apply to shows? Well, what is it across the body of your work and all your work into the future that you want me as an audience member to understand or to get a glimpse of from how you make work? That's what I'm asking for when I'm asking for your vision. It's not easy and we're not going to manage to do it in the next 45 minutes. But it is worth doing. Even if you're only making pieces that are 2, 4, 5 minutes long for a corporate audience, having those underpinned by a vision will keep you sane and it will make it easier to transition into larger scale shows, Arts Council fundable shows, etc. in due course. The other major driver for arts organisations, for independent artists, for people like yourselves, is a mission. So if the vision is the lofty worldview, every young person will have access to a trapeze, the mission is, I'm going to make 3 million trapezes. It's how we're going to do it. It's the nuts and the bolts. Some examples of that. Theatre Bristol. Does anyone know Theatre Bristol? Yeah. So Theatre Bristol, fantastic organisation. They want to help create the conditions to make great art. There's a roadmap there. Does this do that? Yes? No? No? We do something else. Mimbra, they use circus and dance to illuminate human connections. That's within a bigger brief, but there's stuff in there about A, B equals C. That's what we're looking for. Today, make performing your business. Challenge the idea that creatives can't earn money. Challenge is an action word. We're going out and we're doing something. We're changing something. There's a mission in there. So again, for you, you've got your worldview. You want there to be trapezes everywhere. I'm being trite. How are you going to get there? What are the steps that you need to